And there's my baby albino tiger Oscar. And my baby red devil that my kids just got me. But if you can see down here, see that it's starting to get a little bit of algae growing? This orb is so hard to clean.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey.
So this is what it looks like with lights on. The reason why I have this Home Depot light on top is because 2 years later I still can't work the control system on this. There's different ways to set this, and it's written on here, and it's so tiny, so it just does what it does. And here's what it looks like without this. And right now it's in nighttime mode. So I do love this globe. I've done a couple videos on it, how I set it up, why I have an extra sponge filter in there and an actual heater. So I'm just gonna get my hands in there and clean it up. Besides, these guys are probably only good in this tank for a month. They both grow very rapidly in their first year. So they'll be moving over to a 40-gallon. So one of the things I love about this globe is that the water's always so crystal clear. Yeah, but looks are very, very deceiving. So let me show you the real deal of this tank. But you can see the algae that's building up. Alright, let me show you what I go through to clean this. The inside walls of this, it's not as easy as... But these guys are going to go downstairs to 40-gallon breeder that the water is settling. So I don't mind this. I'm going to put the air stone back on and show you how bad it is. Ready? Look at that tank. Whew. So now I'm going to clean out the inside edges and put these rocks and this plant back in. But once I clean out the inside of the tank, I'm going to stir up all the gravel and do a water change. So I need a thingamabobber. I gotta say, these round orbs look adorable, but they're very difficult to clean inside of the globe. So this conventional scraper will not work because there's not one flat surface. So I'm going to use the erase away, even though it says do not use on aquariums. Now you saw this globe before, and the water was pristine, crystal clear to the eye. And I could have very easily have put my fish downstairs and done all this off camera. But I wanted you to see, because I'm learning something. And if I'm learning something, there's got to be another fish keeper out there learning something. Even if it's what not to do, or what to do better next time. I'm going to definitely stir up the gravel while I am gravel vacuuming, no matter how hard the fish tank is to get to. While it's filling, I'm going to add my prime, because I do not want to lose the beneficial bacteria that's in here. So I'm going to do another good drain, and then I'm going to fill. Like I said, it's barely, I wouldn't even call it a pinch. Such a small tank at 16 gallons, man, that stuff is powerful. So a 1/4 teaspoon for every 300 gallons. This is 16 gallons. That's barely a, just a, that's it. Better turn the water off. Oh, I can't go fast enough. Oh my gosh. That's how accidents happen in my house. Okay. So I have to run out to a meeting, but when I come back, we'll see how this tank looks. Now that's a lot of air bubbles. So I do have to say I like the way it looks now. And my biggest takeaway from this is what I learned, because most of my tanks are planted tanks, and I don't really dig down my Python or my gravel vac deep down and get into the nitty gritty of the gravel, because most of mine is like soil or dirt or some kind of substrate that I don't want getting up into the Python. But this one, it's absolutely thick gravel. I don't have to worry about it filling up my sink or clogging everything up. So when I gravel vac, I'm going to go down a couple inches, go right to the bottom, stir it up, and let all that stuff get vacuumed out. I think I forgot about that. I must have forgot about that because it was horrible and it was very deceiving. So I have been using this as my quarantine tank for smaller fish, and I love it, but I think I want to make this somebody's permanent home. And I'm thinking about one of my Betta fish. I did get a very special Betta fish from my friend Tu, and I think I might add that fish up here. I might get some catappa leaves, add it up there. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get some catappa leaves and put them in there and add my Betta fish. Let's see how he looks. So I'm going to go downstairs and get it, acclimate it, and see how it looks. What do you think? So I got his sponge filter here, and he is floating in up there. I just didn't want to dump him in yet. I'm going to actually kind of like drip acclimate them. In that cup, I'm just going to keep putting little bits of water from this tank in. The temperature is the same. I just want to make sure that the hardness is the same. Let me add the filter. Here we go. I'm going to put in the catappa leaf. And let that sink down. And see if I can show you my beautiful Betta. Ooh. I'm going to turn the light off while she gets used to it. This light does cycle, I just can't change it. It's 7 hours on, 17 hours off. The only problem is it comes on at like 4 in the morning. So, it is what it is. If you ever get the opportunity to get one of these globes, I think they're adorable. I would love to get one of these globes that's a terrarium and see if I can find a used globe, because I think they would be amazing for my morning geckos. So thanks guys, thanks for checking out my 16-gallon orb that went from Oscar and Red Devil to a Betta, which is a little more appropriate for a 16-gallon tank. And don't forget, if you want to see where the Oscar and the Red Devil ended up, stay tuned for an update. I'll be putting the link up above. See you guys.
Hey everybody, it's Susie Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q, and I'm here to show you just what I do. I got a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me, it's Susie Q. Hey everybody, it's Susie Q, and I'm here to show you you just what I do. I have a passion for fish and exotics too, so come along with me. It's Susie Q. Hey, everybody, it's Susie Q. Hey, everybody, it's Susie Q. Nah, hey, everybody, it's Susie Q. So come along with me. Said I'm Susie Q.